speak once, guys.
I didn't know what I was supposed to
I
say.
was waiting for someone to say something, but there's nothing to be said yet. Oh shit. Well, I guess we can.
You start with
I guess
Grace.
we can just stay quiet. It's alright.
Did Christian?
This one will be.
Where did Christian? Where
I'm
did
just,
Christian
I'm
go?
just trying to see how you guys handle a podcast without me.
Oh. Well, obviously, you can see.
Without you, you're here.
Exactly.
We're
Yeah,
like
that
we're
was
like
my thought. I was like,
children lost in a Walmart, and we don't really fully
Yeah, I
understand.
was
what's
like,
going on.
well, I normally start it, or we're usually like talking about something, but it's 9 o'clock for me and Strap right now, and 8 o'clock for you two. So, like, I feel like we're kind of a little bit frazzled too from just the day. So,
Your mom's frazzled. Don't
true
even
that.
say
Have you ever had razzles?
Troy's house.
Izzy's got the frizzy.
Have you guys ever
What
had
did you guys
razzles?
do for July? What about that? It's
I
worth
killed-
it.
Is anyone gonna answer my question?
No.
What did you say? I didn't even care to listen.
Have you guys ever had razzles?
What?
What?
Have you guys
Figure it out.
ever had razzles?
Frazzled?
Have you guys ever had razzles? The candy. Damn.
Yes.
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Yes.
Gosh, why did that take so long?
It is a razzles.
Razzle, it's like a chewy candy that turns into gum after like
What?
Like
you
a
chew on
Laffy
it for a little bit.
Taffy-ish kind of candy?
No. Like it's like a chewy candy. So like imagine like a Flintstones chewable that then turns into like a gummy candy.
It tastes like something that comes out of like a quarter machine. Honestly.
Is that good or bad? I mean, because there's some pretty good quarter machine candy.
It's like it's like a mid-tier quarter machine candy.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty mid tier.
Mid-tier.
Are Razzles the ones that look like little Lego squares?
Yeah.
They're decent. They're alright. The flavor, you put it in your mouth, and it's like when you bite it, it crumbles like a
Literally like a Flintstone gummy or like a Flintstone chewable like
Yeah.
vitamin.
Flintstone vitamin. It crumbles like that, but then the more you chew on it, it just starts to turn gummy, and it's like you
That's
have
what
that.
she said.
You have that flavor on that first, like that initial crumble, that first bite, and then all of it is gone for the rest of the time you have it in your mouth.
Wow.
Nobody acknowledged my joke. I guess it wasn't good? Question mark.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
No, never mind.
Anyway, hello and welcome to the 10th episode of the War Views podcast.
Hello, everybody.
10th
Wow.
episode. We are finally at double digits, everybody.
We're a decade old.
We are
Wait,
10
this is
years
number
old.
10?
This is number
Yeah.
10.
Wow.
That we started-
Dang.
Number 10, Warp Views podcast. If
You
you
guys
ever
better be-
listen to a podcast that was as trash as this, good luck.
Hey, we do it for you guys.
Those are actually the worst. I hate them so much.
I hate those videos. Number
It's just-
15, Burger King foot lettuce.
The last thing you want, your Burger King burger.
Yeah,
Is
that's the
someone
worst.
else's feet. But that's exactly what this guy got in his foot long. Wait, foot long? No.
King foot long.
Burger King
Dude,
foot long.
Foot long would be sick.
But yeah,
That
episode
would have
10.
to be very bad for you, right?
No.
Well,
Well,
so
I mean, like, do you think that will you if you finish that?
no, so that's the
no.
thing. So it's
No,
not the
you
fact that he had
have
his
to.
feet in it.
Yeah.
He had his feet like his work shoes on top of the lettuce.
Yeah, he's foot long.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Remember that?
Back up.
You know Burger King foot lettuce?
No.
So it's like that video. It's like number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
I remember that guy's
That one?
voice.
Yeah. So he's talking about like a Burger King worker putting his feet all over the lettuce.
Dead
Serving
ass.
it, yeah.
You think I go to Burger King? I don't go to Burger King.
I think that Burger King specifically was shut down too.
What? So like, did he like walk on it and then he picks it up, put it in a sandwich, or what?
No, so there's a picture of like like the thing, like so imagine like a Subway sandwich, right? When you're like you go to Subway and they're like grabbing stuff out of like the little like metal containers in the middle that are like kind of deep that hold all the ingredients. Imagine like
Yeah.
2 of those that are like the length of your foot, just like he's just standing in them, and it's just a picture of that.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
entire meme.
yeah. When that door closes, she becomes very
For context, there's a thing on Troy's door. It's like, you know, there's like drape down thing.
It's a bamboo curtain.
Yeah.
It's a bamboo curtain with a hula
There's a
girl.
hula girl on it. I turned around and had an absolute heart attack because I thought there was a person standing in the doorway listening to us podcast.
I had the door shut so it was really flat and it was dark, so it didn't have a background. And I came out of the shower the first night and I didn't really acknowledge what it was, I guess, when I first hung it. And I slipped because I saw it and I was so jarred by someone staring into my house that it freaked me out. But
That's good.
it's like a life size. The picture is a life size hula girl, and yeah, it's kind of freaky to look
Yeah,
at.
women are
honestly, when I
scary.
look at it. Yeah, that's what it is. Honestly, it's like holy crap! What the? Oh,
Is it-
nice my night.
Is it the same one that we had hanging in front of our room for a long time?
No, this one was Tara Lynn's. She said that she bought it. I think from the swap meet or something, but it surprisingly does a good job of keeping the flies out. Just if you ever were thinking about, I guess, installing a screen door.
With a hula girl on it.
Well, I'm saying like, you did a screen door but didn't want to like put up a screen door. You have that option, but
You have a fly net. There you go.
you have a bamboo curtain. With a
It
hula girl.
kicks in front of your door.
Yeah. So when the FBI and SWAT team like kick in your door when they finally read like your Xbox chat logs, it's a nice softer landing when they come in.
I hope they don't find my chat logs. Then I think it'll be a little more in the FBI showing up as well.
I just
Maybe a
think it's
lot
so
more.
funny that like PlayStation, I think it was after the launch of the PS5 is when they launched the like little bots that would listen in on like your party chat and would just like ban you if you said like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
these blacklisted
Regulating.
words. Yeah.
Yeah,
We get
I've
replaced-
been really getting into like data collecting and selling that
Mhm.
happens with your phone and everything you log on to.
Yeah.
And it told me that if you go to there's a way you can look on your phone to how many times it's blocked a virus being popped up. I
Mhm.
went on Disney for context. I went on Disney to put my login once, and it said that it blocked 21 people
Yeah.
from stealing my data on my phone.
Yeah.
Just in the like 5 minutes it took.
I think I like had the same thing happen to me when I was on like the Disney app. I was literally just looking for like the times for a ride or something, and then it was like, oh yeah, during the day we blocked like 17 people. You're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on, but sorry.
Imagine all of them are people that work at Disney and they're just trying to get into your shit.
I don't know what they want to find. I don't have anything interesting on there.
You know how many notifications I get that it'll be like, change your passwords. You know, you had X amount found in a data leak or something like that somewhere. And then I open the notification and it takes me to the list. And it's like every password that I have on my phone. And I'm like,
Jeez.
and I do nothing about it. I'm just like, that sucks.
It's like, you know what? The Nigerian prince wants to read my emails. That's fine. Here's the newest shoes from Zoomies, Prince Abul.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like, okay, you can read my emails. All I have is like gun stuff, maybe, and cigars on my email.
Yeah, I usually have like it's either stuff from like Zoomies or right now
Zoom?
for some reason.
Well, get this. Okay, so I was watching YouTube the other day while I was getting ready to get in the shower.
Wow.
And while I was watching the video, I was watching it for like 3 minutes and 36 seconds just while I was waiting for the water to get hot.
That is very specific.
And the video was playing the whole time. And when I got up to go in the shower, I peeked around to pause the video, but it had already turned off, which means that like my phone understands when I'm in front of it and that when I leave, it turns off the video.
Oh
And I
yeah,
thought that
there's
was-
a setting for that in your phone.
When your eyes look away, it'll pause the video.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No way. Wait. For real?
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
Dude, what?
This is on like basic phones too. Imagine what like the military is probably doing, you know?
Oh, we are 6 steps behind the civilian market, I promise.
I think it's pretty safe to say that they have a lot of things that they don't tell the normal populace about.
Or the normal military about.
Yeah, they have to.
They don't even tell me stuff. So
I mean, there's some things that probably would cause mass hysteria, so they shouldn't tell everybody.
Yeah.
But I think that the government has technology that they will make that's like, so it'll be super advanced, and so they'll like dumb it down and sell it to the normal populace, and then they'll slowly bring it up to speed, kind of like the iPhone.
Was that a military thing?
Like tablets were. The military had tablets for forever.
Yeah.
Like
A lot of-
handheld.
Yeah, a lot of technology gets, I think, like military first. You know what I mean? Gets implemented there first because that's where it's the
It's like
most
where it
useful.
innovates. It's like, oh, that's why during like the World Wars and like around there, it's like technology advanced so far. It's like
Yeah,
during wars, it's like the advancements are always for like weapons.
yeah. It's like you're being driven by winning a war.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a motive there to do it.
yeah.
So
Well, I know I've talked about it before. There was a guy on Joe Rogan's podcast who was he's an ex-CIA agent, and he literally talked to, like, Joe just asked, "Hey, is it true that like the military, like, do we need to be spending, what is it, like hundreds of billions of dollars a year on like military stuff? And is it true that they have like some insane stuff that we couldn't even comprehend right now?" And the guy's like, yeah, a lot of what you see, like civilian use, yeah, people have had that for like forever. Like if they find something that is just, that would like create mass hysteria because of how insanely new it is or how insanely innovative it is, then they find a way to dumb it down really, really hard. So then kind of like upper military can use it, and then they give it for like civilian use.
go ahead, guys. Sorry.
I say I don't know if it's the same guy you're talking about, but a dude on Joe Rogan was talking about how he was working on the Iron Man project, which is literally trying to make Iron Man.
What?
And like he's not on the
yeah.
project anymore, but, like, so they probably discontinued it, but it's like it could be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also curious how much is propaganda or just like kind of lies to make us feel like we're doing better than we are. Because also, after being in the military, I feel like military is super cheap. But also, like, I'm not in that deep inner circle. I don't know, like, what the general's doing all day. So,
Well, yeah, but I mean, Troy, you and I kind of talked about it yesterday a little bit.
What?
About like why the military has to go with the lowest bidder sometimes.
because there's so many freaking people.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense and stuff. But I'm talking about like secret stuff. I do know there's like, when I was getting through the Navy, there was a place where there's a division of people that are working on experimental technology for the military. I can't remember what they're called. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. But they will run tests out there, and they came to the building where I was at and told the officer in charge, they're like, you need to sign this paper, and whatever you hear or see, you just can't say anything about it. Like, that's it. And they were like, all right, cool. And they signed the paper, and now they do stuff out there in Charleston. But I'm sure they already have found things that, like, definitely they do not tell us about. Like, for sure. They have to.
Yeah, I can't even imagine, like, because let's say they had like smartphones or like tablets at least, like back in like the early 2000s or something, let's say. The fact that we didn't get our first like touch phone until like 2009. Like, could you imagine just us having that for 9 years? Like, how far technology would have gone?
If we had, I'm sorry, if we had what, the iPhone earlier?
Yeah. Well, if we had like touch screen devices, so like iPhone or something like that, like 9 years earlier than when we had it, like,
Yeah. No, okay, I see what you're saying.
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Glad we're on the same page.
The problem is I'm not. I'm sorry. But
The problem
to
is
go back
I
to-
have zero idea what you're talking about.
honestly, guys, I don't know what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit retarded.
I'm just here for the vibes, guys.
I'm a little bit.
Oh, bro, let me just vibe. Sorry.
You just sounded like Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice. Have you guys seen Beetlejuice?
God damn. Huh?
Is that a real question or?
Yeah, you guys ever watch Beetlejuice?
Yes.
No,
That's
I
such a
have
good
not.
movie. What, John? Of all people, I would have figured you would have watched Beetlejuice.
no. No. I have this conversation with every single person I know. I don't watch.
That's how good the
movies.
movie is.
I don't watch any movies.
I don't watch
Yeah,
anything Tim
I don't-
Burton specifically.
John is kind of like that.
I'm that.
Not-
I'm that person.
But
You
okay,
do be
but,
like that,
but
though.
you love Stranger Things, so are you just more of like a TV series type guy?
It's okay. You can be honest.
Okay, bet.
I was saying because you've been pitching Stranger Things to me like crazy, and I've been meaning to watch it. I'm
Dude,
just scared.
you guys have to. Okay, if you haven't watched it, yeah, you have to. Like that's just the argument right there. If you haven't, do it. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to watch the finale, which thankfully this episode won't come out for another week, so I can kind of talk about it a little bit. I mean, unless you guys don't want me to spoil anything, totally up to you guys.
Oh, what did it? Has the finale not come out yet?
No,
So
the
you got,
finale.
like,
No, the finale came out on Friday for this
Oh.
season.
Okay, gotcha.
Did ask?
Yeah.
I don't even know why I asked. I just watched it. I haven't.
Yo, are you serious? Huh? I should probably start watching that show then.
Oh, you mean it's over? Okay, yeah, I can get into it.
Oh no, it was a season finale, not a series finale.
Personally, though, I will say that I will tend to wait till movies are completely done being made because I hate being left on the cliffhanger. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Granted, there's shows that will change it, like Clone Wars. I watched the whole thing just as it came out because it was so incredibly good. But
I'm watching that right now. I'm rewatching everything in Star Wars in chronological order.
oh damn,
Yeah, I'm currently on the 4th season of Clone Wars. That's a commitment. That show is weirdly enough, that's actually a commitment. I used to think that like, oh yeah, the first couple seasons are like hoity-toity, whatever, kind of pandering to kids. Dude, legit, like the first 2 episodes, there were like people literally getting like executed, shot like straight to the face, and like people like clones getting their necks snapped and stuff. Like that, it's a lot more hardcore than you would think in the very first few episodes, let alone the first few seasons.
That's a lot more hardcore than I would have imagined any of those movies.
Yeah, well, I think the crazy thing still is the fact that they don't like. They've been showing. So with Kenobi, there's an episode where he straight force pushes a stormtrooper off of.
Careful, what you say right now. Careful.
How dude? How far
It's still new.
how far are you into Kenobi?
I finished, but I'm just saying for people that have not finished, you're gonna have to be careful because it is new.
I mean, it doesn't spoil anything. Like
Okay.
no, yeah, he like force pushes some like a stormtrooper off of like a tower, and the stormtrooper just falls over like the laser fence and just cuts him in half. Like that was probably the craziest thing that I feel like Disney could ever have done with a Star Wars thing ever. But they still don't do the most amazing things with their lightsabers. Like when Obi-Wan would like slice through somebody, it just does like a bright line through the front of whoever he cut through. But that lightsaber's cutting through somebody. There's no way that it's just like, oh yeah, he just kind of like went like that across his chest. No. Homie's cut in half. That is what happened to that man. So that's my one quarrel that I still have with Disney making Star Wars, but I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, but I guess there's not really been a Star Wars where people are getting sliced to bits. Like, usually they don't do that. I think because for a while the only person that got dislodged limbs was that one guy from the old one, his arm. Crap. They make fun of him on Robot Chicken.
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, wasn't there a scene where you just like very nonchalantly just cut somebody's arm off?
Yeah, he's like bothering Luke, and Ben Kenobi is just like, you know what? I'm kind of sick of
Oh
you right now.
yeah.
And he
So
just
that's
chops him
in.
off, chops his arm off. I think that's the only time you see a limb get chopped.
Yeah, so they make fun of him in Family Guy too. It's just like, I don't like you. He doesn't like you either. And just like, okay, well, like the entire time, like the entire interaction is just like, oh yeah, this guy's like annoyed with you just being here. And then Ben comes over and is just like, hey, stop all of this. And the guy's like pulls out a blaster and he just chops off freaking Yeti's arm.
They're like, man, we need to make this old guy look badass. What should we do? Let's make him chop an arm off.
Make him chop an arm off.
And then they just went for it. And everyone was like, all right, dude, this guy is real. This guy means things. Yeah, I mean, I did. I was like, all right, let's do this. And then he didn't do that ever again, I don't think, the rest of the show.
What did they do for the movies for the lightsabers? How did they put those into the movies? Like, I'm just wondering, it's not like CGI or anything, is it? What is it?
Yeah, so they have
special effects. They have like behind the scenes. If you watch it, it'll be like they use these pool noodle-esque type things.
Nice, dude. Nice.
And then they can trace it. Dude, the special effects is like crazy. Hollywood is popping off right now. They can do that thing where they put that suit on people. They put this suit on you. And it's like a morph suit, but it has white dots all over it, and you dance around or whatever.
More motion capture suit.
Yeah.
And then it shows you as like an orc on the screen.
Yeah, like I remember seeing the little, like, Andy Serkis. They played Gollum. And
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes, stuff like that. Dude, that guy is like the king of the motion capture suit.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause all the videos of him are just him like acting like a monkey, but in like this spandex suit.
I think the video game
Did you
industry utilizes it a shit ton.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
easily.
Did you guys ever see the video of Lil Dicky in one of those suits?
No.
No.
I think so.
It
No.
was-
I
it was,
don't listen to Little Dicky too much, but I like his like persona. He's pretty funny.
He did a video with, I think, Gronkowski when he was with the Patriots, and it was like he was talking to the camera, and he's in one of those suits, and Gronk is just in like his uniform, or whatever, and he's like, so basically the reason why they asked me to do this is I'm like the peak of physical fitness right now, and nobody's getting by me, so they're putting me up against Gronk to see what he can do. It's just something for the kids, just to see if he could do it. No big deal.
Have you guys watched Little Dicky's TV show? It's just called Dave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew that looked like him, but I didn't connect the dots that was Little Dicky. Is that any good?
It's good. I mean, I feel like it should be a little bit more comedic, but at the same time, it seems like a comedic drama-esque type of a thing. But it's got like a ton of rappers in it. He has like a whole episode where he's talking, like he has a rap about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he's just like this totally chill guy who just wants to do like a basic expose on like why he decided to use him, why Little Dicky decided to use Kareem in his song. And it was just it's so awkward the entire episode, but that just makes it so funny because you're just like, he's saying the wrong things the wrong way, and I hate it, but I have to keep watching. I honestly think it's super funny.
That's kind of like Bob's Burger.
Yeah.
Very dialogue driven.
My gosh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I need to get back into Bob's Burgers. I wanted to get back into it really hard, but I just never did.
Well, the movie came out.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Dude,
weird
I
they have a
teared up
movie.
like twice.
How do they have a movie
Deadass.
but Family Guy doesn't have a movie? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Family Guy caters to a very specific audience, whereas Bob's Burgers pretty universal. Like
Yeah.
they're, at least that's what I feel like is the reason. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're pretty like across the
They
board.
did do the Star Wars trilogy ones, and that was like kind of their big thing. That was big for them.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Because they had that. They did all three. I think they were trying to like. I swear you could kind of hear it at the end of like. I think the technically like the 6th movie parody that they did. That they were gonna have like American Dad or like the Cleveland Show, and it was still a thing. I swear they were gonna do like the prequel 3 with one of them or something. But I think the Cleveland Show was probably going to be it, but for some reason, it must have been because the Cleveland Show got canceled. So
Yeah, that show was kind of a flop.
yeah,
I didn't like that one.
I thought it was pretty good, but yeah, definitely not as good as the rest of them.
Not
but-
like Family Guy. Family Guy is just that one was very engaging for a while. I was hooked on that one.
Yeah, they're kind of reaching at jokes at this point. I feel like which really sucks because like growing up on it since forever, like you love it. But who saw Morbius? I have never seen that movie, and I feel
Nobody.
like I shouldn't watch it.
Not one person in the United States has seen it. I'm convinced.
I've heard that it was really terrible.
I heard that they brought it out.
back in the-
Yeah, they brought it back out into theaters and it flopped again.
2 flops. That's
What do you mean 2 flops?
They brought it back.
Yeah, they
Because
brought it
everyone-
back into
it
theaters.
became a meme, and they brought it back, and it
Oh.
still made like no money. It averaged like, I think it was like $60 per theater across the U.S.
Dude,
If,
those producers must have been pissed. They're like, "This is our chance to come back," and they just get pumped out. It sucks.
Yeah,
Tragic.
literally. Well, and I think there was like a petition out to bring it back a 3rd time, but they were Sony was just like, no, this is stupid. I'm not doing
Well,
this
yeah,
again.
they were like, we're all busy that weekend.
Yeah, literally.
They can fix it.
What did you say you did for 4th of July, John?
Me?
Yeah.
I said I killed a bear. I didn't do.
Claims to have killed a bear.
I
I
worked.
figured you didn't kill it.
I
To
worked.
be honest,
I worked a register shit.
dude, that must have been.
It was not
on Target.
Yeah, it was rough.
It doesn't get swamped because it's 4th of July. Like,
No, it
last
wasn't,
minute
it wasn't
shoppers.
crazy. It was pretty busy, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I feel like this
I
year
gotta-
people are less
I gotta-
worried about
please don't.
fireworks and more.
Albertsons, he was toasted. They were swamped. I feel bad for anyone that has to work on any holiday.
Yeah, I did get paid a time and a half though, so
I got paid for not working.
good old capitalism. Capitalism.
Hey man, you gotta pay into the system to gain from the system.
What if I just take from the system?
Then you're a moocher and a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do with my freaking life insurance, dude. Why don't I just take out all 100,000 that I have in my life insurance, never just put it back into the policy and just live? You know what I'm saying?
Why don't they call it death insurance? Like actually, it's genuinely not life insurance.
Well,
It's just
so-
insurance for when you die.
It is kind of.
But you can still use it.
Yeah, it is. Is that a scam? Less of a scam, and more of like very overtly making money off of like death.
Okay, so can you tell me some
Because, like,
purpose
someone-
of it?
It's to make sure that your family, specifically like your
Can pay
kids,
for your funeral?
is, like no, just they have money. It's like a fund. You pay into a fund and they get money
Oh,
when you
okay.
die. So it's like makes sense, but it's also like, oh, you love your children, don't you? Give us money. You know, it's kind of weird.
Why wouldn't you just put it like in a savings account?
Because it like depending on your policy. So like if you
Well, yeah,
I
because
assume
let's
if
say you have
you
like,
pay into a fund and die within the first few years, the payout's fat.
Well, I know the military, like when you're in boot camp, you're just so like, you know, you're being so stimulated by so many different things, like the wake ups and the running and all that dumb shit,
Yeah.
that they're like pushing stuff like that on you. And they were really pushing it, so I signed up for it. But when I got out of training and I was a little more like casual, someone was talking about it and they were like, it's kind of a scam because you're gonna pay into it forever and you're not gonna get
You're not
paid out of it.
Yeah.
you
but
can
you're
use it
definitely-
though.
They
Yeah.
won't. They won't.
You
I'm
can
not
use it
sure.
while you're alive.
What are you talking
What?
about?
Yeah.
Life
Life
insurance?
Life insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a life insurance policy for like a death benefit type of a thing.
Bro,
I have it, but the thing is, like, it's not like, yes, I keep paying into it, but it doesn't matter how much is in it. If I die, my wife is getting money no matter what, but it's
Yeah,
whatever
it's not,
it chose for her to get.
yeah, you're not paying into it to just give your wife money, the same amount of money. You like buy a policy and you pay monthly or yearly on the policy, and if you die, the policy pays out. It's like not like you're not actually like, you know, it's not like in paying off insurance.
It's kind of like you're basically just paying to keep it.
Yeah.
they really need to have this class in like high school, like how to live your life in one. Because I don't think a lot of people know.
Well,
life
that's
insurance.
that's one
Taxed.
thing that's like still crazy is that you can literally pull money out of that and it's like not taxed against you. Like you can pull money out of it, literally spend it on whatever you want, and like as long as you kind of make like put a little bit of money back here and there, like it doesn't cost anything against you like at all.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I didn't think life insurance was something that you could pull money from.
Mm-hmm. It's like you can do like personal life, like I'm trying to remember how it's worded. Because you can do like low interest like loans against, or you can just like pull it out and be like, yeah, I'll pay it back at some point.
That sounds more of like a
Don't do it.
payer or something like that. Something where it's like you can pull from it when you want to, but as long as you pay it back.
Well, yeah, because essentially what it is, like it keeps like the money is still there and it's still kind of growing a little bit, but at the same time, like you can pull it out. It's not taxed against you because you're basically pulling out a loan. So I don't really know exactly how to like I don't know how to explain it properly, fully, but
Yeah, it's like the way that it was explained to me was like your life insurance is like your cable bill. You have a set something that your contract is in, and then you basically pay to keep that contract alive. But like a 401k is something where you put money into it every now and then, and it's like as you put into it, it just grows and grows. You can pull from it as long as you replace it, because like that's what I did with my first house. Is like we pulled a loan from the 401k, put it as a down payment on the house, and then as we were making payments on the house, part of those payments were going back to the 401k to replenish.
yeah, exactly.
You can't do that with life insurance.
I think you can. I've seen so many different things about people pulling out from their life insurance, and it's like it's still there. Like it's not like anything is going to happen to it, but you just
Are
have
you
to make sure
pulling
you
out of it or
replenish
you
it.
borrowing against it?
I'm
Because
That's
you might
the
be
thing
able to
that
pull
I'm-
a loan off using your life insurance policy as like
I think
borrow against.
yeah. I think that might be what it is. I like have looked into it a little bit just because it's like with where I am right now, I honestly want to open up a car wash, like a self-service car wash.
Yeah.
Just because I hate working and I'd rather just go pull money out of like an account every single day. You know what I'm saying? But also I love washing my own car, and I really like it's just something I enjoy. So, but I've honestly thought about like pulling against like a policy that I have to like put like a down payment towards it, to like towards like a loan for it.
Yeah. I mean, I would double check, but I really don't think life insurance is like that. I think life insurance is just there to cover somebody if there's a tragedy. I don't think that's something that you can like pull from, whenever you want. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I might be wrong. The person that told me about it might be very wrong. But
Person
I
told me
have no-
about it.
no idea.
Probably just stupid. Let's be real.
yeah, we're probably both stupid for believing it, but
True.
who knows?
Everything you know is a lie.
Probably. All I know that's like somewhat a fact is that I get paid every 2 weeks. So that's all I know.
Yeah. I'm trying to like, get paid every day. You know what I'm saying?
You should definitely make sure that you can only use quarters at your car wash. That way it's super satisfying when you open it and you have like a bucket full of quarters fall out.
Yeah, well, what I'd have to do, so I've literally thought about this so much, like going into like the marketing and stuff for it too. So I've literally thought so deep into it, like having like like quote unquote car guys, like come by, like pay to take pictures of their cars, like as they're washing it, like put it up on like Google and stuff, do like car meets and stuff, like have like a sizable lot. So then like cars can just roll up and just,
They have like a big ass car lot and then just a tiny little car wash, and then have people have like car meets and shit at your car wash, and then like, yeah, if you want to, hey, you can wash it before the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So because then I thought of that, and it's like, okay, well, if I were to do that, what's the square footage? How much would I be paying? Like like what are other places like competitive prices? What about like membership stuff? I've thought so freaking deep into this. I would love to do it. It would be so super dope. Like the average like payback for it, like the average profit on it per year is only like 40,000, because that's after like everything. But like for the most part, what I would want to do is have a year's worth of expenses just saved into like a corporate bank account for that wash. I would want to get like maybe 4 or 5 washes, just never work again, only work like maybe 5 hours a week going to pull money and stuff. And who knows, maybe I have like a pipe break or something like that. I'll have plenty of money to be able to fix it,
Thinking about it, you'll just like, so get some money on it.
Yeah, literally. So
Get to the point where you can delegate like small shit like that out to somebody else. Be like, take care of it.
yeah, well, I mean, a friend of mine too. So like the main reason why I've been thinking of it is because where I currently live, it's being developed so hard over here. Like there's so much that can still be developed over here. that if I were to put something like this in, there's only 4 self-service car washes within like 10 miles of where I am right now. So
Okay.
putting something like this in, I like the last 3 Saturdays I've tried to go and wash my car, and almost every stall is constantly full. And I know it's probably just going to be majority of like weekend stuff, so weekend and summer stuff. So you kind of have to prepare a little bit more for like winter days, stuff like that. But yeah, I've put a lot of heart and soul into thinking about this.
About a car wash? You're gonna start a car wash?
Yes, welcome back, Troy.
Well, I didn't hear what you were talking about starting.
Oh,
I heard all the information before and after, but I didn't hear the subject of what you're talking about. But
yeah.
are you looking to like just own it
Yeah.
and not work there? Is that the idea?
Well, yeah. So essentially, what you would like, the only thing you would really need to do there is like check like in the morning, pull out the money. I'd probably do it in the morning rather than at night, because that's at night's probably a little more scary. But then yeah, just check in on it regularly, and if anything breaks, like always go over and check and make sure the stuff is working, like vacuums are sucking properly, that they're dumped regularly, stuff like that.
How would you test that?
By putting the vacuum up to my hand to see if it sucks.
I was thinking of like a
Are you satisfied with that answer, Travis? 'Cause I was also waiting for something funny.
I was thinking of Sheriff Doofy kind of situation.
I knew there was some malicious intent behind that question.
How are you gonna test that?
Hey, call Sheriff Doofy.
How much is it gonna cost you for a car wash? A whole car wash?
It tends to vary. If there are some people that already have one like established right now, and I think like as far as I've seen, they've ranged from like 1.2 to 3.5 million dollars per thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So not a little bit of money, but at the same time, it's like if I can somehow like just build up a good portfolio with where I'm at, have possibly multiple locations, I don't even have to fully pay them off before like the very end, or at least have one paid off. Then it's like at the very end of, let's say, the next 5-10 years, if they're valued at like $1 million plus, if each of them are down to like 300,000 a piece, then it's like, all right, well, $700K per thing. Great. I'll do that.
Big facts, bro.
Big facts.
Big facts. I think my next project is I'm gonna start. I'm gonna build some planters. I'm gonna start growing some ingredients at my house to start cooking with. I was
Yeah.
thinking, because like the idea of farming was always like something I really wanted to do, but I don't think that's like just. I like also being around in my family a lot, you know. So moving out to the country and doing something like that's not really ideal, but that doesn't mean I can't like do a garden at my house. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with. I'm thinking some corn and tomatoes and
Some onions.
potatoes. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, you got to start off with the basics to kind of teach yourself how to do it. And then whatever else you want to do afterwards, then you can just kind of grow from there.
The only thing that would be kind of hard about that is like instead of starting off with what you're going to grow, I would start off with like going to the store and starting to cook things, and then see what ingredients you use the most often, and then that's what,
I like that idea.
true.
instead of trying to just like use the couple things that you have, I would go see what you use the most often and then try to grow that.
How do I grow garlic
Yeah, but
salt?
some things are very hard to grow. You know, like there's not 100% chance I'm even gonna succeed at growing. So I have to make sure that whatever I grow is like pretty moderately like difficulty, I guess is a good word for it.
Is there a way to grow like Mrs. Dash steak seasoning? Preferably with
thinking, like-
salt.
Preferably with salt. Oh, and another thing too, Troy, is what you could do is like you can start making your own like rubs and stuff if you want to get into like meat or like barbecue and stuff. See what different seasonings you want to mix together to put on the meat. So like that's what I did. Is like I started buying different like rubs and seasonings, and I put it on steak or ribs or whatever. And then when I find the stuff that I think tastes good together, I'll grab those like seasonings and I'll just mix them together. And then like now I make my own rubs. So I mean that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's nothing like good old strap rub.
Barbecuing is a really American like pastime, but it's so good. Hey, hush, hush. I sorry. He's growling at some dogs outside.
Did your dog go off?
My dog's going off right now. He needs to get bopped in the head like a snooze alarm. He can bark in about 30 minutes after we're done.
He needs a Granny B slap in the forehead.
It's just a little like, it's like a little boop, a little love tap. Just need to be quiet. But, oh man, now I forgot what I was talking about. Something about cooking.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a church pinch. You know what a church pinch is?
Oh, no.
A church. We were talking about that today, and it was like, it was these black guys at work, and you know how they go to like the Southern Baptist stuff, and it's like they're all dressed up real nice, and it's like they're singing real loud and stuff. Well, like when the preacher or whatever is up there and he's preach, if your kid is like talking or he's being loud or something, or he's acting out, it's when you grab them like in the soft part, like behind your arm, and you just pinch it and twist.
Oh,
that's called the church pinch.
Oh, literally leaves you in tears.
And this guy was coming around, and he's like, "You don't know what a church pinch is?" I was like, "No, I have no idea what a church pinch is." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna fucking show you." And he comes up and he just grabs me in the arm and he twisted the dog shit out of it. And now it's all bruised in the back of my arm. And I was like, "Oh, I see." Because when you pinch, it locks up the kid's like entire body, and you don't make a sound. It's one of those things where it hurts so bad you just don't make a sound, and then you just shut your mouth after that.
It's the freaking worst.
If it works, it works.
It's true.
That's
I think Dad said one time that. Hang on, how did he word it?
Was this after you kissed him?
Pain is the ultimate compliance, or something like that.
Oh, it is. I know this was like our platoon slogan. All through basic training, it's like it's what your mind doesn't learn, your body, or when your mind can't learn.
You're really fucking up your slogan right now.
I know, it's like
you're not very dedicated to your platoon right now.
Oh, dude, this shit was like 5 years ago, so it's.
Just shut your mouth.
That's like, you better brush up, dude. You're about to do some laps if they question you on some shit right now.
I need to just go find the shirt and I'll read it. No, but it's like something where it's like what your mind can't learn through words, your body learns through pain and repetition.
What does that mean?
So like imagine somebody keeps telling you to do something and you don't do it, and then they punish you by making you do like push-ups or running or doing some dumb shit. You'll learn really quick after that because it puts you through pain or suffering. So like if you forget to like make your bed in the morning and somebody comes and makes you do push-ups for it, you're gonna learn to make your bed, right?
Maybe.
No.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty slow learner.
Yeah,
but I guess we could dream.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. It's like the pain and repetition part. It's like, yeah, it was something where it's like what your brain can't understand or what your brain doesn't learn, your body will through pain and repetition.
Yeah, I understand the premise. It makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. This cigar is not my favorite.
What cigar is it?
It is called the Vegas or the 5 Vegas Nicaraguan.
I was just talking to Jordan Blodgett before you hopped on, and he said that he likes cigars. I told him that he's gonna have to talk to you about what you get, because you get good ones. You go to that. What's that website you go to?
There's a couple different websites I go to, but
you mentioned a specific one to me. I remember the website was like black and white, but
yeah, it's called Zeal Cigars.
What draws you to them as opposed to just like the cigar?
So that was the company that I went to, like to the start, because they have a YouTube channel and it's a family-owned business and they're in Phoenix, and they're a distributor for like different cigars and stuff. They're not huge, so it's like when they get a stock of cigars, it'll be on there for a while until they're sold out, and then you have to wait a while for them to get new shipments. That was a good one to start with because they have a lot of like sampler packs. But like I've started moving on to like bigger companies. Like one that I go to is called Cigars International. For them, they are like a huge distributor for like most of the world. So it's like they always have stock of literally everything. I was going to Zeal Cigars to find out what cigars I liked. From them, I would find out which ones I liked. I would go to Cigars International and I would buy like boxes of like 10 or 15 of the cigars that I liked.
Because they have that supply.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. Oh, hang on.
Ooh, Reggie's going
But
for it.
This one is just one that came in like another sampler pack, and I've never heard of the company or seen the cigar anywhere before. It was just in the pack, so I figured I'd try it. Usually with cigars, you can get like different flavors out of them, and like that's what you smoke them for. It's just for the flavor. It's not like to inhale them or anything. But this one just tastes like this one just tastes like nothing but like
Throat cancer.
like just smells like a campfire. It doesn't smell like
I think that smells good. What are you talking about? That's weird.
like it is good, but like with most cigars, you can get like vanilla or hazelnut or like caramel flavors or like dark chocolate or stuff like that. This one doesn't have any of those flavors. It tastes like a campfire smells. Which
All right,
like,
which one is that? I won't get that one.
it's called the five Vegas Nicaragua. It's got like a black and I guess you could say like a black and bronzish label on it.
Send me a
It's-
picture of it. I'm gonna make sure I don't buy that one.
It's
Because
not-
I feel bad because we were supposed to have our little cigar time and it got kind of robbed from us because I was told the party was gonna be at 2 o'clock and Grandma poked her head around 4 o'clock and I felt really bad because out of respect, I didn't want to smoke it around her, but she seemed fine. Papa seemed fine with it too.
Well, yeah, Papa saw us smoking cigars, and he just pulled up a chair and sat right next to us. So that was pretty cool.
That is true. Yeah. It's just, I think it's a weird dynamic because it's not something that we've had to deal with before, but yeah, I don't know. I was just getting used to it. But they seemed fine and it was fun.
Travis, did
That's
you do the celebratory cigar when Charlie was born?
No, I
Bro, you're not even real dad then.
Oh.
I wasn't into it yet. I wasn't into it at that point.
Dang. Should have just done it anyway for the meme.
Yeah,
LMAO, daughter just got born. I gotta smoke.
No, dude. Well, the funny thing is, like, there's a ton of people that have asked me that. I'm like, dude, I was 19 when she was born, so I'm like, I wasn't like. So the funny thing is, I didn't do anything until after I joined the military,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'll give you an example. Like, I didn't even try my first beer until I was in Korea. So, like, I don't know.
Was it like a
It's-
regular, like American beer, or was it like Korean?
Yeah,
beer?
it was it was a PBR.
Oh, so not a real beer.
Those are the good ones. Those peanut butters. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
They
those
have
peanut butter
butter
raspberries.
shots. They have peanut butter shots, and those things are very dangerously good. It's
So I've heard about like peach schnapps.
southern thing. No. There's a peanut butter. What'd you call it? I'm sorry. I said no,
Oh.
but maybe.
No, there's a whiskey that tastes like peanut butter, and it's called Screwball.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's an actual peanut butter shot, but they put
Mix that with the chocolate
peanut
liqueur.
butter along with some other things. I would have to look it up and Google it, but if you're into that, I'm not really into liquor anymore. I'm more of a beer type guy now, but I do remember those being very delicious.
I'll be honest, dude. I really don't drink anything anymore. The only time I really drink is like if there's a special occasion, and like there's other people around me that are drinking. But I'm not one to like drink by myself, just because like once I started getting into cigars, I started getting into like trying to pull flavors out of stuff, and for me, beer doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I think you hit a point where you're like, okay, I need to be responsible now. So do you like responsible drinking, if that? But
Like the most,
you know, you
the
just
most
grow up a little bit. You can't go 100% like you do, you know, when you first turn 21 or whatever. Every night you would fall apart.
yeah. I mean, and the crazy thing is like there's a lot of people that I know that still do that.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
there's this kid that I work with. His name is Dylan, and he's one of those dudes that's just like really kind of loud for no reason.
Mhm.
But he's like an older guy. He's got 3 kids, and here's the crazy. Okay, so this dude had like a 3-bedroom house with a garage and all this stuff, and it was in a pretty cool part, like right next to Post. He gets out, I think in November, But like a year ago, this dude sold his house because he bought it like 6 years ago when it was super cheap out here, and then he paid it off like super quick somehow, and then he sold his house, made nothing but profit on it, moved him and his wife and 3 kids into an apartment, and now he just blows all of his profit on like guns, ammo, and alcohol, and that's it.
Sounds like the American dream right there.
The dude gets absolutely hammered literally every night. Like that is just unreal to me. Like I don't know how he does it, but he does.
Would not, could not. On a
People
boat.
just got that liquor, they can just go. Like Burt Chrysler. That dude parties.
Burt
every night. I
Chrysler.
don't know who that is. Yeah, he's
You
a
mean
comedian.
Yeah, it's Burt Kreischer.
Chrysler. Everyone
Mary
knows of his name. I
Chrysler.
feel like he's not me. Yeah, I feel like he's got a hard last name, but
Yeah,
Not really.
Burt Kreischer.
It's like
that's kind of his thing. He likes to, I heard he likes to after the show he'll just be like, all right everybody, I'm going to this bar, if you want to meet up, follow me. And that's like a huge commitment. Imagine like partying with swarms of people after every show. That's gotta be crazy.
Well, he doesn't do anything like in between though. I think I can't remember where I've heard him talk. He has his podcast Two Bears that he does with Tom Segura. He's talked about like I don't really do a ton. Like on stage is one of the only places where you can, and I only ever do it if someone were to like give me a drink, like offer it to me. But like he only really does in those moments. Like outside of that, he doesn't really drink a ton.
I guess yeah, that's true. Well,
So it kind of balances
I don't know.
a little bit.
I don't know. Yeah. I do also know though he's a very healthy person as well. Like,
Yes.
he works out and he does things like that. I know he like counts. I don't want to say counts his carbs, but I know he like watches what he eats and things like that. So there's a balance to everything. You know, you just have to make sure that you do it.
he does that now.
Yeah, I feel like, well, yeah. I mean, with kind of his size and his age, like it's, yeah. You always get, like, find yourself in a point that you just need to, like, start eating better and being a little bit healthier to, like, elongate your life a little bit more once you get to that point. So you can only party so much. But if you want to keep partying, you know what you got to do? You know what you got to do, boys? You got to go to dubby.gg using code WARPED, WARPED, at checkout to get yourself some Dubby energy to keep the party going. Personally, I think this goes without saying, but Galaxy Grenade is one of our favorites, one of the best. Strap still needs to try all of the flavors, which he just ordered and is getting to him at some point.
Hopefully this week sometime.
Yeah. And that may be something we'll just have to talk about when you come back from your cruise. Where are you going on your cruise, by the way?
We're going from New Orleans to Jamaica, and
Ooh,
then to the Cayman Islands, I think, and then Cozumel, Mexico.
nice. So you get to like party hard in Jamaica, go make up a secret bank account in the Cayman Islands, and then do a whole wraparound.
And then just make one big loop, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to they're doing ATV rides on one of the stops, and
Ooh, that's cool.
that sounds like it's gonna be really beautiful.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I went
ready.
on a cruise back in April. We did from Miami. We went to like Turks and Caicos. We went to like St. Martin, St. Kitts, all these places. Super beautiful places, but oh my gosh, there were some that like you literally would just look out into the ocean and it would just be clear as day for miles.
is there anything notable I should pack that you wish you took, or because once you leave, you're gone. So
Definitely look into what drinks your cruise has. Our cruise was a Pepsi only cruise. So we had like Pepsi, Mountain Dew, stuff like that. So if your cruise is like a Coke cruise and you want Mountain Dews and stuff, you're allowed to bring that stuff on the boat. Like there were people bringing in like cases of Coca-Cola onto our boat.
oh okay, like if I wanted Mountain Dew but they didn't do Pepsi products.
Yeah. Then do
Oh.
that. Bring cash with you, but kind of have it in like discreet places, just so then for like let's say you want to buy something when you're at like an island or something, that way you can like have it for somebody, but then like you can still have like your $120 that are left over like still in your cabin, just so then you know how much you're spending at each place.
Was there any point where you felt unsafe during your trip? I feel a little weird going to another country.
Yeah, some
Only-
places are a lot more touristy than others. So we went to, I think it was St. Kitts. No, it was St. Martin's that we went to. They literally have to have the people who are like taxi drivers and stuff like stay behind the line because they will like attack you with like wanting like having them be your taxi driver the entire day. But that's like the scariest thing. There's not really anything too insane. I also haven't been to Jamaica ever, so I wouldn't really know too much there. But yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything really too scary on a cruise.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
I was just curious. It's my first one, so.
They do have fancy nights. I think there's like 1 or 2 fancy nights normally on every cruise. So be sure to bring like just a nicer
I heard
dress.
about that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be brutal, but we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
yeah. But outside
I'll
of
make
that,
it. I don't. So.
yeah. But outside
Sure,
of
do you have
that,
any-
bring your big old tummy because they also have like a lot of them. They have like unlimited ice cream. So just
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ice cream Sammys. Oh.
no, just ice cream like cones, and it's like the soft serve like self serve.
All right. Well, ice cream in general sounds
Yeah.
bomb right now. I think I have ice cream. I got that cookie dough. Yeah, I think I'm about to munch right now.
Yeah,
Forgot I had
use
that.
code WARPED at w.gg to get yourself some energy to keep yourself going. And if you're feeling like you go on a cruise, literally there are people that are like, there are old people who are currently living on Social Security right now that are just consistently on cruises because it's cheaper than their mortgage right now. Like that, they literally will just live on a cruise. There's a lady that we talked to who has been on a, like, she goes on cruises like 3 months out of the year just because it's so cheap for her.
Cheaper than living at home.
Yeah.
She still has a home.
Yeah, she still has a home, but I think a lot of people, they'll actually just like sell their home because it's just, if they ever come back, they still have their Social Security money that they're earning, so they can like take it to go visit family or something. But yeah, like a lot of people, they're just kind of getting out of Dodge and just living the cruise life forever, which isn't an awful life unless you get motion sickness. There were some nights that were harder than others because the boat would like rock or do whatever every now and again. But there were some cool comedians there too. We had one guy who was just straight up awful. Like he literally would like tell jokes from like the 2000s that were just horrendous. There's one other guy who was really, really funny. So I would definitely encourage you to go like watch a comedian. They're really great.
I do enjoy stand-up. I've been thinking that I need to go and watch. Joe Rogan talks a lot about the Comedy Store. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's that, but
it's in LA
I know
somewhere.
they come through San Diego quite often. I just haven't found the venue.
Yeah, I know that the Comedy Store is in LA. I need to go to like Wise Guys. Wise Guys is ours up here in Salt Lake. Thank you guys so much for listening. Get yourself some energy, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.